Hello and welcome to the Postage Stamp, where we travel the world while staying in a corner. This is an audio-only podcast where you can imagine what happens as we speak of mundane experiences from around the world. Listen to it as you do your chores or as you fall asleep. Today I'm heading to Tan Dinh Market in Saigon, or officially Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. It is a local market off the typical tourist trail and frequented mostly by locals and a few adventurous tourists and expats. It is 8 am as I step out of my house onto an alley that is paved with concrete. I close the gate behind me and turn left. I pass a nail salon on my right. It isn't open for business yet, and the owners have parked their motorbikes inside the shop overnight. I see two ladies clean up inside. The smoothie store down the alley isn't open yet. I reach the end of the alley onto a wide main road. The road is buzzing with motorbikes and cars as Saigon goes to work in the morning. I wait for the green walking man to appear on the traffic signal to cross the road. As I cross, I notice a side street packed with motorbikes, all queuing up and waiting for their signal to turn green to join the main road and the morning rush. I cross the road onto the other side and reach a large public park. I cross a couple of women who are seated outside the public toilets. They are selling paper napkins to whoever wants to buy them. I reach the entrance of the park. It is just a slightly raised metal bar on the floor that you can step over. The park is quite busy. The basketball court in front of me has a game going on. School kids are in the midst of a game. There are both boys and girls playing on the court. I walk past and meet slightly older people on their morning walk. A lady with sneakers and in a baseball cap is stretching her legs on a park bench. An old man sits on another park bench nursing an iced drink. At the end of this walkway is a large raised square. On the square, there is a group dance session ongoing. A lady who also has a portable music system turned on is leading a group of men and women in some form of dance exercise. The music system is blaring a popular tune. All of them move their body in rhythm to the tune. The square is also a meeting point for several pathways that crisscross the park. On one of the narrower paths, a group of 4 joggers keep a steady pace as they continue their circuit around the park. On another wider path that leads to another park entrance, a steady stream of more people enter the park. Some, like me, are just passing through, using the park as thoroughfare on their way to school or work. Some children are dressed for school. Others are in gym clothing and are on their way to their preferred choice of exercise. I pass some communal gym equipment that's free for anyone to use. A set of mechanical step masters and cycling equipment. I reach the exit and step onto the pedestrian walkway just outside the park. I reach a street that I need to cross. I wait for the green signal and then cross over. An old lady, aged at least 80, sits at the corner of the street selling individual pieces of fruit on the footpath. She has spread out her wares in a bamboo basket. Each fruit is wrapped in a plastic cover. I continue past her and I smell freshly ground coffee. It is a coffee store that sells coffee beans and grinds them on request. I smile at the owner and continue on my way. On my left, a large structure looms. It is a church and it is pink. A pink cathedral towers over the smaller shops that dot this road. This is the Tan Din Church. The architecture is Gothic with a tall spire reaching into the sky. A huge clock on the church tells me it is now 8:15. I try to glance at the spire, but the sun is too bright. I walk past several cafes that are just opening for business. There are few clothing shops as well. I reach an intersection. I am almost at the market. There are several food stalls that are all empty. They open in the evening and now wear a deserted look. I cross the road and I am at the market, an old yellow building almost 100 years old. It was built by the French and it has gracefully aged into its current status. It hasn't fully opened up for business yet, but as I peep inside, I notice rows and rows of stalls packed close to each other. I spot a lot of vendors preparing to open up their shops. It is mostly clothing, footwear, or accessories such as handbags. I pass the entrance and reach the end of the market, where there is a narrow alley. This is the fresh produce market. A large fruit stall greets me at the entrance. It has stacks of all kinds of fruit neatly arranged on different levels. I spot apples, grapes, oranges, water apples, star fruit, and mangoes. I am looking for two fruits, water apples and star apples. I would like a shop that sells both, so I don't have to negotiate with two sellers. I enter the alley and spot a lady on my right who has star apples but no water apples. She smiles at me, but I pass her. As I walk into the alley, I come across a very long table stacked with fruits. It has both the fruits I want, but I don't see anyone manning the store. I look around until a young man in a neighboring store comes and asks me what I want. I ask about the prices and decide to pick a kilogram of each. He packs 2 bundles of fruit and points to a lady sitting on the other side of the alley. I take the bundles to her and she weighs them and hands me the packets while I pay her. I walk deeper into the alley to see what else is available. I spot stores selling fresh vegetables, but I'm not going to buy any today. On my right, I spot a banh mi stall. A banh mi is a Vietnamese sandwich that's served in a baguette and filled with pate, meat, and pickled vegetables and fresh herbs. This shop also seems to sell pate by weight, and a few clients are waiting to pick their orders. As I walk deeper into the alley, it turns into a wet market and there are meat and seafood sellers hawking their wares. Having no plans to buy meat, I turn around and retrace my path. The lady with the star apples at the shop who smiled at me now makes a disappointed face at me as if complaining that I did not buy fruits from her. I smile apologetically and make my way back the way I came. That brings an end to the latest episode of the Postage Stamp, where we travel the world while staying in a corner. Look forward to another mundane experience in another corner of the world in the next episode. Goodbye.